Jones, Pro Football Hall of Famer, top 100.
Tyler Lockett from the Seattle Seahawks.
DK Metcalf from
Nate Burleson. You're watching NorbCam.
NorbCam.
You're watching NorbCam.
Whoa. Unbelievable. Yep, as you can see by the title, many of you already know if you've been watching the NFL news updates, Rob Gronkowski, the former tight end for the New England Patriots, comes out of retirement and with some shocking breaking news today that the Patriots and the Buccaneers have worked out a deal where Rob Gronkowski will be rejoining Tom Brady at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to be rejoined again, one of the greatest quarterback tight end duos in the history of the NFL, to wreak havoc in the NFC South. Amazing. Curious what you guys think about all this. Holy macaroni. I was just shocked. How you guys all doing? I see you guys up in the chat. I see y'all up in there. Josh, Gurman, Brandon, Pinhead Larry, Martin Lopez, Too Easy, Fortnite, Shald Salgado, Patriots are done. Gurman, Kang, Norber's the GOAT. Thank you so much. Wow, Gronk and in Tampa Bay, reunited with Tom Brady. So apparently the details of the deal, Gronk essentially comes out of retirement and they just sort of work it out as if it was the previous contract and they took the trade from there. Gronkowski apparently had been talking to the Patriots about wanting to return to football, but he would only do so if he could play with Tom Brady. And so they worked out a deal. So the Buccaneers got Gronkowski and a 7th round pick, and the Patriots will get a 4th round pick in exchange. And the Buccaneers will pick up the $10 million salary that Gronkowski was to be owed for playing this season. So Patriots get a 4th rounder, and the Bucs get Tom Brady's favorite target as a tight end, plus a bonus little 7th round pick to go with it. Man, I just was wondering what the Buccaneers fan base must be doing right now. I know that jersey sales for Tom Brady were going off the roof. Season ticket sales were flying high. Of course, this is all speculative now, of course, with the situation with, if this season's going to actually go forward with stay-at-home orders and all that stuff. But should we have a 2020 season? That's still yet to be determined. That's going to, if it wasn't already a fever pitch in Tampa Bay, things just hit a whole nother level. That is just wild. Did not see that coming. I'm not surprised that would be the way that would have worked if he were to come back. That's how he wanted it to be. But I thought Gronkowski had hung it up. But, never say never. It's like Marshawn Lynch hung it up, came back, joined the Raiders, and even got to play with Seattle again and never saw that one coming. So you just never know. Who else we got here? Dukes of Hazzard. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. Superdog 1038, what's up? Rocco Mooborn. Haki Rip Patriots Dynasty. R.I.P. Yeah, I'm sure there's a few, more than a handful of unhappy New England Patriot fans going like, man, what are you guys all doing? But hey, some of you may have seen or may not have seen, a few years ago I posted a video about how I feel sorry for New England Patriots fans. This is before they won at least 2 more Super Bowls, I think. But you guys should go check it out. I'll put a link in there. But yeah, it's why I feel sorry for New England Patriots fans. And right about now, it's starting to get to that point of I'm sure they're starting to feel like the writing's on the wall, that things may really be hitting them hard, that this dynasty could be coming to an end. At least for sure, this combination of quarterback, tight end, they're going to have to start watching it with another team, which I'm sure pains them. You know, nobody saw this particular move happening. Ori Huang, when is the mock draft? I was going to try to do it today, man. I went over time doing some things earlier today. I had all my materials ready. I am going to be doing a mock draft. I'm going to push it to tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Following I'm going to do a live conference with a couple of my buddies, Calvin and Noah, talking about the upcoming draft. And I'm going to do my own mock draft. I've never done this before. I decided, what the heck, let's go for it. And worked it out, figured out all the technicalities of doing it. And it was kind of fun because usually I don't spend that much time going into the whole, predicting the picks. But it's been a good exercise. I will do that tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And I will run through it as if I'm the GM. And we'll go round by round, simulating the draft. And I'll show you the trades and the moves that I think would make sense for Seattle. I think you'll find it pretty good. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow. Sanai Patel, what's up? Truly Savage, how's it going? Cards and Gaming. Oh, some familiar faces in here I haven't seen in a while. Tyler Parcher. I've been doing some gaming on GTA recently. I haven't played in the last couple of days. Been doing some other things, but yeah, got Madden. That's awesome. I got to get my Madden 20 going on now, so I can get some of these. Get my Seahawks up and rolling, get some practicing in so I can start competing with some of you guys online here. We got Seth Hogan, one of my favorite YouTubers. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. TJ Wilbound 01 knew Rob wouldn't stay retired. Yep, you just never know. These days, you never know what people's real intentions are. But man, good for the Bucs, man. Happy for Buccaneers fans. I'm glad we don't have to face them this year. We just played them last year at home, so we might. Who knows? Playoffs come, we might run into each other later. So maybe that Seahawks reunion with going against Brady in the postseason might still happen, just in a different color this time. But we'll see. This whole, just not even knowing what's going to happen with the Seahawks or the whole NFL season this year is all up in question. So who knows what's really going to happen. Things are starting to change, though. I'm hearing that some of the states are going to soon be relaxing some of their social distancing guidelines. So, maybe there's still hope. We'll see. It all depends on how the next few months go. I hope the season continues because I'd be very sad if we don't have football games to go cheer at this coming year. I was very excited because I had a chance to every year as a season ticket holder, you renew your tickets after the Super Bowl, and then you get to go with what they call a relocation opportunity, seat relocation period, and that's where you can try to move your seats and upgrade or sit in a better spot, which has been very hard because in Seattle the renewal rate's really high. Nobody wants to give up their tickets for the most part because everybody wants to stay for the next season, because when you're making playoffs year after year, that's kind of what happens. So the last couple of seasons, I'll be honest with you, has not been great because we've had a few guys behind me who, for whatever reason, don't like me. They don't like what I'm doing or whatever, but it's not made for very much fun at some of these games when these guys are over behind me. So the cool thing is I actually did get to move up a couple rows, which hopefully get some distance from some of the you-know-who a-holes behind me. And the cool thing was it actually lowered my price for tickets for the year, which I did not see that coming. So I got an improved view, moved down 3 rows, and price went down. So that was a win-win for me. Now, again, if season goes through, that'll be great, but we won't find out till later. Jaime Everett wants to know, didn't Gronk sign with the WWE, though? I think they can probably work all that out and find a way to get out of that to prioritize the NFL. Dukes of Hazzard, thanks for the super chat. Interesting to see them both on a different team and definitely crazy times. They just shut down Nevada schools till the remainder of the year today. Be safe. Wow, that's a late shutdown. I guess, being here in the state of Washington, and we got our shutdown pretty early since we were one of the first affected by the virus. And so we've been out for like a month and a half now. So, just trying to, make the most of our time while we're here. And I'm enjoying it, actually. Been watching a lot of movies with the family. We're eating a lot more family dinners. So it's been great. Nathaniel Parks, hi from Albuquerque. I was just in your beautiful state a few weeks ago, a couple months, I guess now, right before the whole virus thing came down. And been there a few times now for work. And the previous time, not this last time, but the previous time, I actually went out there and toured all the spots for where they shot Breaking Bad. I need to post that. I haven't done that yet, which was one of the best shows I've seen. And it was cool to actually drive up and see all these cool locations on there. Let's see. If Seahawks Martin, if I were allowed season tickets, I would ask for section 334. That's right. 334 is a section. It's a great section. It's right on midfield, the Seahawks side. I love it. I just need to get down a little bit closer. I'm working my way down there. Gurman Kang, make a live stream for the draft. I plan to. I'm going to do I'm going to do my collaboration with Noah, and Seahawks Martin might be joining with that collab too. Maybe try to get 3 guests on the show tomorrow and talking about what we might expect to see from the Seahawks tomorrow. And then I'll do my mock draft at 6 o'clock. And then the draft is on Thursday, and I'm going to live stream reactions to that. See how close it gets to what I do in my mock draft tomorrow. TJ Willbound 1, how much is a ticket? It just depends. It's definitely cheaper when you're a season ticket holder because you're getting kind of the whole season bulk rate, and you get kind of a price that's set for the fact that you started earlier and not just buying one at face value. But for me right now, it's what is it? It's a little less than $1,000 for the season per person. So you break that into 10 games because it's 8 games at home plus 2 preseason games. So it's roughly about $100 a game, which is not bad considering how much people pay, like 3, 4, 5 times that much depending on the game. Let's see. Dangerous. As if it were dangerous. What was your favorite Seahawks game last year? Ooh, let's see. I got to dust off the cobwebs. Somebody just asked me that, and it was a simple answer at the time, but now I got to think about it. Favorite game last year? There were a lot of close ones, but the favorite away game was definitely the 49ers win at San Francisco, and almost that would have topped that would have been the last game against the 49ers, where we were this close to winning that and would have been the division. We would have won the division. So much went wrong in the final few seconds, but we were still that close to winning it. That was still a great game. I had a great time. Got to be at the flag base of the flag when they raised it at that game. And it was fun. It was just a great moment up to the end, and we thought Marshawn Lynch was going to dive in for another touchdown to win the game, and denied once again. But it was a fun game, even though we lost. It was a blast of a game. Let's see. Andrew, can you update the people on the new Seahawks signing today? To be honest, I've been busy shooting all day, so I have not even gotten to keep up with the new signing today. I'm a little bit behind the latest news, other than I opened up my feed after I was on doing this other production, and suddenly it was like, Gronkowski did what? So I'm going to catch that up, and we'll talk about that tomorrow in more detail. I know we signed an offensive lineman yesterday? Nothing to really rock your world, but worth talking about. But we'll get into it tomorrow when I do my analysis with Calvin, Martin, and Noah tomorrow. Calvin tuned in. What's up, Norb? Oh, hey, what's up? What's up? Chris Carson is so slept on. Chris Carson, I hope he and Rashad Penny can both heal up because, man, I think we had the talent to go pretty far last year. It's just all of our talent got so banged up. Key talent got banged up. So, we can just get partially good health this year. It'd be an amazing season. I think we can have a run. And then we'll see what happens in the draft. I'm excited about that. Martin Lopez. We need to thank Matt Ryan. I'm not sure what. Sam Dog. What's up, man? Gronk news was crazy. Yeah, I didn't see it coming for sure. But this is kind of secretly behind the works been going on. Obviously, Gronk having talks, making these things happen. It's going to be interesting to see how the Bucs and the Patriots finish this year. Just as not that it's a fair comparison, but I think we all wondered once the duo of Brady and Belichick broke apart, which team would fare better in the year following? The Belichick without Brady team or the Brady without Belichick team? But the fact that Brady just got Gronk added to this, and we'll see what he's got left in the tank. Is he still the same dominant tight end that he was when he left, and was for such a long time? Or, could the years have slowed him down some? I guess we'll find out. But it's kind of like what we're hoping to get from Greg Olsen. Remember that signing we got from the Panthers? Greg Olsen, who was equally one of the best tight ends, had the Cam Newton combination going strong there in the mid-2010s. And we're hoping to recapture some of that magic, bringing him over to Seattle. He's done damage to us, so we're hoping that we can do the same against other teams coming up here when he puts on the Seahawks uniform. Ori Huang wants to know, what's your opinion on John Ursua? John Ursua, if you didn't know, I did an interview with John Ursua at the preseason before this, the season started last year, right after he was drafted during, right before training camp. One of the coolest guys I've ever talked to. You need to see this interview. I think we talked for like 20 minutes. One of the most down-to-earth guys I've ever met. And I was really hoping he would have his opportunity to really shine, because I thought he could do some things. And we saw him make that catch that got the first down and put the ball at the 1 yard line against that aforementioned 49er game last game of the season. And I thought after that, especially when we did, we had secured a playoff spot, that we might see him again. And unfortunately, we didn't. I would have loved to have seen him there instead of Malik Turner. I think John Ursua would have gotten a few more hands on the ball and would have caught that thing, where we had some bad drops from Turner. But as it stands, I'd like to think that he will see more action in the 2020 season. I think he's got a lot of potential. And let's just hope. Let's hope the season happens, and two, that we do see John Ursua playing many more snaps in this upcoming season. I'm very excited for what he can do. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch. G-Boy Moore, I hate Tom and Rob. Yeah, it's one of those annoying duos, of course, but you gotta admire the greatness that they were for such a long time. Gurman Kang, we should get an edge rusher, definitely. Tyler Parcher, Seahawks Martin, you and me, Norman, can play Madden 20 when you get Xbox. Yeah, Martin, when you get that going, you let us know, all right? Sam Dog, we trade down for more picks. I'm thinking the same way. And I've tried to do my John Schneider impersonation, trying to turn picks into more picks. So you'll see what I did, and you can let me know what you think. Ryan Eaton, the white Jay-Z, what was your opinion about Phillip Dorsett? I was excited about that, talking about former Patriots. I think Phillip Dorsett's going to be a nice addition to the receiving core. He's one of those names that, it's not going to jump out like these number one guys, but I think on the Seahawks system, I think he's a really good fit. And he had a good productive year last year. So yeah, I'm excited to see what he and Russell can do. I know he was excited about catching passes from Russell Wilson. Sam Dog says, I want a football season so I can go back to my corner by the tunnel again and pump the players up. Yeah, we all do, Sam Dog. We all do. Just keep our fingers crossed that we can get this thing, kick this thing's butt, get back to normal life again. But yeah, that's the plan. Madden 21 cover is going to have Lamar Jackson. Yes, I saw that. Lamar Jackson. For those of you who believe in the curse, Baltimore Ravens fans, you better be holding their breath. Oh no, he's on the cover. Let's see. Who's the best quarterback for the Seahawks? You'll find out tomorrow. I addressed some of that in the draft tomorrow. In my mock draft tomorrow. Andrew's talking about Seahawks signing Khalil McKenzie for the O-line. I think he played for the LA Wildcats in the XFL. Yes, Seahawks have definitely been making moves to beef up that offensive line. So it'll be interesting to see how many of the guys we have, who they keep. I still think Justin Britt might be on the chopping block just because of salary cap issues. But we'll see. Victor Allen Jones, Cowboy fan. I'm excited for the 14-team playoffs. The Cowboys will make it. Well, it definitely gives somebody a better chance. I believe the Cowboys, if they'd had that format this year, would have snuck in there. So some lucky dog's gonna, get an extra spot in there. And it's cool. More potential, more games, more teams. Gotta love that. Sam Dog, Norb, you still got to come early and join me in my corner. Yes, I know. I got to get down there and shoot some of the interaction with the players and coaches as they come flying out of that tunnel. We definitely got to do that. Been talking about it forever. 710 is saying that if Jalen Hurts is available, we are drafting him. How do you think about that? It would be a pretty good fit. I wouldn't waste early picks to do it, though, because we have much more glaring needs. And as you know, the backup quarterback is a position that's just not really heavily used right now, knock on wood, for the Seahawks, and that you can pretty much count on. So, we need a backup quarterback. And of course, you always got to be ready just in case. But, I'm confident that Russell is going to be the same Russell we've seen for the last 8 seasons now coming up. And, we need pass rush for sure. We got to get the pass rush going on. Cornerback, we still need more options there, although I feel pretty good about the moves we made. But, we're also looking for depth and for the future. Safety, D-tackle, even running back for some insurance, and maybe even a receiver. So anyway, you'll see what I got going on tomorrow. It'll be pretty interesting. Dukes of Hazzard, another super chat. Cam Newton as a backup. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But right now, Cam Newton not getting a lot of love out there. Isaac Segovia with a super chat. Can I shout you out? Yeah, thank you for the support. For sure, man. Isaac Segovia, thank you so much for watching my channel and for the chat. Appreciate it. Austin Michael says, we need Clowney. Well, John Schneider was quoted saying something that, where the door is still open. And, it's just a matter of, I think, give him some time. Give him some time to figure things out. Maybe it's just situationally speaking. We still got some, we got a lot of time. It'd be nice to have had it done now. That way we can plan the draft accordingly. But I think Seahawks will probably move forward as if they don't have him. And if they can still work it out, that would be sort of like icing on the cake. Danny Lukenheimer for the super chat. Thoughts on Carson Wentz? I was going to say to you guys, if you haven't watched yet, you guys need to see, if you have Amazon Prime, watch the show All or Nothing. It's free if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber. And it's an awesome documentary about, it's like Hard Knocks, which focuses on basically the off season or the training camp. All or Nothing is the entire season with one team, and the last year's team was the Philadelphia Eagles. I love that show. They've had 5 seasons of it now. They did the Cardinals, Rams, Panthers, and Cowboys and Eagles. And I don't know if they'll ever do one on the Seahawks or who the next team's going to be, but they've been doing one every single year. So great show. And I got a chance to watch a little bit more of the behind the scenes of, inside the locker room. It's very raw. You hear all the language, everything. There's nothing really edited out. It's very raw and true. So, Carson Wentz is, he's a good quarterback. I just keep saying the same thing I say about Lamar Jackson, is that these guys need to learn how to protect themselves, because they keep putting themselves in harm's way when they need to just take what they got, slide, get out of bounds, whatever, and live to play another down. Because, Carson Wentz has knocked himself out of games too many times trying to be the hero. And it's great. You got to love it from blue collar. Yeah, it's my man. Fighting for every yard. But if you knock yourself out of the game, you're not doing yourself or your team any favors. But he's got skills, great leader, and it's unfortunate for the Eagles and fortunate for us that, he left the game. Not that I wanted to see that happen, but it certainly helped Seattle win that game, the playoff game in Philadelphia. What do we got here? See a lot of chat going on here. Bucks going 6-10, says Rohan, my 49er pal. Not drinking the Gronk Brady Kool-Aid, I see. Mike Evans, pretty good D. We'll see. NFC South, though, man. NFC South teams will be going, dang. Seriously? Just like the AFC East teams, man. I don't know what Gangrene David is in all this, but got to be just jumping for joy. Buffalo Bills fans, New York Jets fans, and Miami Dolphins fans all thinking, man, hey, we got a chance now. We got a chance to knock the big boy off the top. Buffalo was already on the positive move. Almost got a win in that in the postseason. Couldn't quite pull it off. Made a few too many mistakes. Andrew says Saints are cursed. They always screw up in the playoffs. Now they got Brady and Gronk in their division. Yeah, the Saints and the Panthers and Matt Ryan and the Falcons. Y'all got some competition to deal with now. Suddenly that division, which has been kind of the Saints division the last few years, who just always run into some bad luck in the playoffs. It's really sad for the Saints, because that's probably of a team that if a team besides the Seahawks were to represent the NFC, I would probably have to say, that the Saints would be probably one of the least annoying teams for me to have to see go on. I've always liked Drew Brees. I think that's a cool cat down there, and what he did for the city, especially after going through the hurricane disaster down there. And they've got hosed, sometimes just on their own accord or hosed by the officials. But the last 3 years for them has just been like heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. I almost feel sorry for them. Almost. They've won a Super Bowl, but man, they've come so close to getting back there so many times, and it just shows you how hard it is to get back. And there's no guarantee just because you went once, you're going to go back there again. Look at these teams. Look at the Baltimore Ravens. Look at the Los Angeles Rams. Look at the fall they took after losing to the Patriots a couple years ago. It's a tough hill to climb. So, but much like the Seahawks, always there, always kind of competing and in the mix. it's tough to get all the way through, man. It's tough. Martin Lopez, yeah, I'd be pissed if I was a Saint fan. I know several Saints fans, and when I say I don't feel that sorry for them because they came and beat us last year at home. Wasn't too happy about that. But Saints fans are, I got to go down to New Orleans and watch a game down there a few years ago, and some of the coolest people I know are from New Orleans, and those are some guys that they've had to deal with their share of heartbreak too. So. It's like I said, of all the teams, that would be the one that would probably least bother me if it couldn't be Seattle. Dukes of Hazzard. Have I heard anything about beast mode status? Yeah, Drew Brees fan here too. Let's get back to Emerald Downs already. Let's go. That's right. Even my Emerald Downs, by now I would have done some videos for those guys and, been preparing for Hawkfest, would have been happening in about a month and a half. And that's been pretty much postponed indefinitely, given the situation with everything. So, so many things have changed circumstantially, but we're all just trying to make do with what we got. And I'm still, fingers crossed, hoping that we can still, get back to have a football season this year. It's just hard to imagine not having one, having gone so many years now. I've been going to games for a long time, brother. Long time. Andrew says, I can't believe Russell Wilson didn't make the all-decade team. Well, they only took a couple quarterbacks. And, what they got, Brady and Manning is now what they put in there. I mean, Drew Brees arguably could have been, up on that list. I don't... Yeah. I mean, Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl and has pretty much, been to almost every year of the playoffs, with the exception of the 2 years he didn't play before the start of the decade, and 2017 were the only years he didn't make it. But he was kind of the new guy, coming in. With only two quarterbacks, it's a tough one. I've always said, I really don't care about the MVP thing and all that. The one place I want to see Russell Wilson win when it comes to an MVP trophy, I want him to get only the one that matters the most, and that's Super Bowl MVP. That's the one I'm really counting on, because that's the only one that really means something mattered. You can win MVP for the season. Lamar Jackson was MVP of the league last year, but at the end of the day, trophy for his mantle, but what does it do for your team and for your city? You're back with everybody else, starting all over again. Travis Homer, awesome Michael. Travis Homer was actually pretty good. He was pretty good. I enjoyed watching him in there. Ran hard, fast, and explosive. But an every down type of back. Chris Carson to me is still the best back that we have, and him and Rashad Penny rotated in. That's a great combination, and we just need that extra guy that they can turn to mix things up with some third down stuff and give these guys a break so we don't bang them up too much. We need them both healthy. We can get those two guys and a healthy tight end. If we got both tight ends, going strong at the end of the season, going into the playoffs. I feel like we haven't had two tight ends in such a long time. That was one of the strengths during the Seattle's time when they were, making Super Bowl runs, double tight end sets. We have been just surviving with one for most of this past season. We need to have two healthy tight ends going on. So we'll see if he can stay healthy this year. We need him to make the season all the way through. Sam Dog said we need to build heavy on the trenches, both sides. Yes, we do. And we have been doing some of that already, which is great. So we'll see what happens on the draft this week. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun to watch with Roger Goodell coming out in his bathrobe in his basement, not being booed, introducing all the new picks and then getting their iPhone reactions at home. It's going to be different. It's going to be a different type of broadcast for sure. Swift Alliance, I think we are probably not re-signing Chris Carson since this is his last year. I feel bad for Chris Carson because the Todd Gurley contract situation and what happened with him, to me, sort of spoils all of the future contracts in the short term for running backs coming up here because, the Todd Gurley, I can't remember the specs of the details, but he signed that huge contract a couple years ago, made him the face of the franchise pretty much. And like right after that, his knees, basically that year they went to the Super Bowl, right before that, like about just past the halfway point of the year, he went from MVP running back to guy with bad arthritis in his knees. And it's just been a downhill fall ever since. And that has been a huge, blow to the Rams financially because they put all that money into the future with Todd Gurley. And he just broke down. And now they're stuck. They're stuck with, the weight of that contract with a player who can't carry that. And I think a lot of teams are going to be wary about signing running backs to longer term deals coming out of their rookie contracts because of fear that that's going to happen to them, And Chris Carson's kind of in that same boat. Guy who runs hard, really productive, but who has had an injury history. I think most teams, including Seattle right here, is going to be hesitant to invest a whole lot of money in what they think could be a potentially damaged product down the line. So, which sucks because I think it's unfair because running backs are one of the most unique positions in the NFL. Because unlike quarterbacks who can play for 10 years, if they don't take any really bad blows and don't think things stupid, like not protect yourself, as I mentioned earlier, or other players who, if you can stay healthy, some guys can play for a long time, some receivers, even some linemen, but the running backs are usually the first ones. They have like the most wear and tear mileage on their tires. And they're the ones who I think you burn up most of their, lifespan in the first 3 to 4 years of their careers. And by the time they hit 30, with Adrian Peterson, the one exception to that rule, that guy was blessed with the fountain of youth or something. Pretty much everybody else, once they hit 30, it's downhill from there. And so they only have so many years to make that mark, and sometimes it's shorter than that. So, Todd Gurley's not even 30 yet. He's like late 20s, and he's already washed up, so to speak. We'll see if that's truly the case. But yeah, he did go to. Are we talking about? So we see he went to Atlanta. Is that what we're talking about? But yeah, it's unfortunate. I think unfortunate for running backs. They have kind of a unique situation. I almost feel like they should almost make special contracts that are just for running backs. They're different from the rest of them because they're in such an unusual situation with their life expectancy in terms of their careers in the NFL. Jackson DeMolke, did you see that Jonathan Taylor wants to play for us? I did not see that. Huh. Well, wants and actually doing it, I guess, are two different things. It's just like supposedly Clowney wanted to play for us. Remember, there was all that news. He went to John Schneider's office after the season was over and told him how much he really wanted to be here. Blah blah blah. Come on, man. It's all talk and lip service, and it's really just fun. Comes down to money when all said and done. In a rare case, it might be. They want to play with Gronkowski only wants to play with Brady. There might be that few exceptions where it's just that one thing that they're willing to do. But most of the time, money talks in the NFL. we'll see who does the most talking when it comes to the Clowney negotiations. I'm not saying he's out. I read some reports that Seahawks and Clowney, worlds apart on contract. But until it's officially signed with somebody else, I wouldn't rule anybody out. Dukes of Hazzard, Super Chat, what's up? What position do we need the most right now? Okay, we're just talking about Clowney, right? We need an edge rusher. That was the thing that we were missing last year throughout the regular season and in the playoffs. Got to have an edge rusher. Because if you can't get consistent pressure on the quarterback with 4 down linemen, it's too hard for defense. Too much pressure on the secondary to try to cover these guys. You got to get pressure consistently up front. So we got to find that guy who can do it. All right, a few minutes left before I wrap this up. Dangerous, not judging, but why do you hate the Color Rush uniforms? It's just too bright, man. I mean, see, the Seahawks logo, the green was always meant to be an accent color. The eye in the Seahawks is actually chroma keyed out. That's why it's look kind of transparent right now. But it's mostly just pop a little color, a little stripe on the side, a little accent. But blue is kind of the color, and you got the white with the blue, with the green's always that little accent hit. But you make the whole uniform green, it's too bright. It's hard on the eyes, man. It's like taking a highlighter, and instead of, when you read a book, you highlight passages you like, right? So the highlight pops out and tells you, hey, this is important. And instead you highlight the entire page. The whole thing just, screaming in your face. And it's too much. It's too much. It's the Grinch. It ain't easy being green. So there you go. Dukes of Hazzard, thank you for normalcy and a break from the news. Yeah, I've been trying to actually avoid watching too much of the news just because it's frustrating, depressing sometimes, and it's kind of just hearing more of the same. When in the end, all the news I really need to know is, well, when is it going to be safe to go back outside again? For right now, we're hunkering in here and doing what we got to do. And, just hoping we can get this thing under control and, make it through and, keep the bills paid, all that kind of stuff. Seahawks, Andrew said, Andrew's very busy on here. Israel Nagalame, Yetur Gross Matos is a very good pass rusher in the draft. I agree. He's very good. I don't think he falls to us unless we trade it up, which I don't see the Seahawks doing. He won't be there at 27 where the Seahawks are drafting. I'm just saying. The problem with being a team that's always in the playoffs is you have to wait to draft high or trade your way back up. Andrew says Seahawks end up paying Clowney $5 because he waited too freaking long to get signed. $5. Yeah. Add a 1 in front of that and put a million behind it. At least that much with somebody. Dangerous said, now if I ordered you a custom NorbCam Color Rush jersey, would you wear it? Now he's putting it the challenge. You really hate it that much? So if I customized you and sent you one, you're telling me you still wouldn't wear it? Okay, let's be real here. If you, Dangerous, ordered me a NorbCam Color Rush jersey, personalized, I assume that's what you mean, a personalized NorbCam jersey with my name on the back, I just might lay down my arms, wave the flag of truce, and bite the bullet and wear it because you went to the trouble and expense of getting me one that was custom. I could make that exception. So I'll be waiting by the mailbox looking for my package. You get that commitment from me. Nathaniel Parks, what was worse, Norb? All bright green from week 5 or top green, bottom blue? It was better. I was better with the green top, bottom blue, just because it took a little bit of the sting off of so much brightness. I still think my favorite color combo will always be the Super Bowl 48 color combo with the white on top and the blue pants on the bottom. I think I see those colors and it just takes me back to the greatest, moment in Seahawks history. So that'll always be a favorite color scheme of mine. White on blue, baby. Rohan, damn, where all the mods go? It's Spammer Armageddon in here. I know, where are all my mods? I might have to add some mods in here. Nathaniel, Norb, answer the previous question. What previous question? Oh, did I just answer that? I did. About the color combo. Jackson says, stream some GTA 5. Yes, I plan to do that. I love that game. GTA 5 is and always will be my favorite video game. I just love that game. I never get tired of it. It's so much fun to just do whatever you want to do. You could turn on the game and just decide, I'm just going to drive around and run people over today. And just do that. Or you can say, I'm going to drive around and shoot and murder a bunch of innocent civilians on the sidewalk. And I can do that. And I'd get in trouble for it because it's a video game, And I love that. I don't have to do a mission. I don't have to do this. I don't have to be told what to do. I can just do that and have some fun. It's great. Dukes of Hazzard. I actually bought a Cam Color Rush jersey. Hey, anyone who buys a Cam jersey, already that makes it a better jersey with Cam Chancellor, number 31. Dangerous. Okay, it's ordered. Okay, I'll believe it when it shows up on my doorstep. When that Amazon truck pulls up and rings my bell and I come out and get the package, you'll have me. Plus, I don't know how you're getting it to me because I don't know if you know my address at this point. Anyway, Joey V. Giants versus Bengals, Super Bowl 55. Giants versus Bengals. Well, the Bengals do have the number 1 pick this year. Somebody must be hopping on that hype train. Rohan, you could have just said yes. You could have condensed that monologue into one word. Are you talking about me? I'm not sure what your which conversation you're talking about. Your left side of your neck is better than the right side. Okay. I'll take your word for it. That was from, who was that? Eskimo Blue. That's a new one. I don't think I've seen Eskimo Blue here before. Rohan, no, I'm not asking to be mod. I don't need to be one. Okay, Tyler, me too. Delta Force 101, wow, ignored my comment. I'm not ignoring your guys' comments. Sometimes there's so many going by, I can't see them all. But now that you said that, I'm going to go look for it. See, all you got to do is make me feel guilty, then I'll look at it. Chiefs versus Bucs in Super Bowl 55. Oh, I see. Delta Force is a Chiefs fan. Well, congratulations on winning Super Bowl 54, and thank you for knocking the 49ers off, because I would have been very frustrated to see the 49ers win that game. I was very happy to see them lose that game. All due respect to my good buddy Rohan. He says, yes, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Come on. Yeah, no, Old School, if you know that song. Joey V, I'm just joking. LOL. Giants and Bengals are going to be last in their division. Hey, Bengals number 1 pick. They're going to do something. Seahawks, Martin, and Andrew. Yes, I am with Calvin Domingo and Noah Bolter. Yes, Martin got his own, got the Skype channel going on. We're going to hook it up tomorrow. Seahawks Martin almost did a Chrysostom face. I'm talking to you. Come on. There you go. I just got to throw one in there. Delta Force 101 is back. Nathaniel Parks, LOL, you're an idiot. Ravens never won a playoff game in the last 2 years with Jackson, nor did they ever beat the Chiefs 0-2 against us. Also, they lost 40-25 to bad Browns team. They suck. I wouldn't say they suck. I thought they could have had a shot at going deeper in the playoffs, and they just got trucked by the Titans. But if Lamar Jackson can stay healthy throughout the season, I think that will always be a threat. Dukes of Hazzard, thanks for all your content. Be safe and go Hawks. Thank you so much and your support. It's good to see you again. It's been a while. Blake Pye, of a Bengals fan, can't wait to watch Joe Burrow play. Well, you will certainly, unless some shocking things happen in the first round with the first pick, you will get your chance. Don't know if it'll be this year, though. We'll find out. Andrew Son, one of your music videos has to be Larger Than Life by the Backstreet Boys. Oh, you're talking about an upcoming video. That makes you larger than life. All you people, can't you see, and there's something, my reality. Hey, when we're down, Gronkowski's back with Brady, and that means the Bucs fans gonna buy lots of season tickets. Okay. It's random karaoke time with NorbCam. That's how crazy this is. Feelings on AJ Epinesa. Could be potentially around as I believe that's a pass rusher you're talking about. Don't know. One of the higher ranked ones that could be gone by the time Seahawks pick at 27. It would definitely be worth considering if he's on the board. Joey V, in my honest opinion, it's going to be Bucs versus Chiefs for Super Bowl or Seahawks versus Chiefs. I got a lot of faith in the Hawks. I was really hoping for a Seahawks-Chiefs rematch. Like I said, I don't think we had it last year just because of all the injuries. I mean, it's kind of hard to make it deep in the playoffs when your entire running back crew is completely decimated. And your tight end, best pass catcher to start off the year, is gone for the season. Pretty tough. Kind of hard to plan for that. So, like I said, if we can keep the health going, there's a good chance. Oh, Andrew said, and when I said Larger Than Life by Backstreet Boys, I meant a parody of that song. I did like the singing, though. Hey, man, I was just off the cuff, man. Seahawks Martin, good night. See you tomorrow. Can't wait. You betcha. Nathaniel Parks, what fan base is more annoying, 49ers or Patriots? Both, except for Rohan. Osmosis, too bad your tight end can't get past Greenlaw. Oh, yeah, I know. That sucked. Like I said, we will have a much more beefed up tight end crew this year. I mean, Hollister was great. He really rose up to the occasion, right? But he was clearly not the guy that you'd be going, hey, we're going to go to the Super Bowl with this tight end. I mean, he was the guy, but not much more than just a guy. Disley and Greg Olsen, those are a couple guys, and then some. All right, down to the last minute or so. Andrew wants to know, will it be a call-in? Thinking about it, that's a lot of guests plus phone calls to try to do all at the same time, but it's we might try to open up a few calls for the thing tomorrow. It'll be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I'll do my mock draft at 6. What happened to the Niners fan who called in and said Niners were winning Super Bowl? Oh, that guy. Oh, yes. That was, what's his face? Oh, what was the guy who was always blowing up on my channel? Hey, man, 49ers are going to kick your ass. I'm telling you right now. Profanity. So mark my words, man. We're going to win Super Bowl 54. Haven't seen him much lately. Greenlaw, Rohan says, Greenlaw has a reputation as a Seahawks killer out there. He also had the interception in overtime back in that first game. Oh, yes, he did. He was good. Nathaniel Parks, see you later. That JD dude, you can't hop in my car. Is that what his name? JD? Like JC. I can't remember what the guy's name was. Examen 710. I think Seahawks are definitely a Super Bowl contender with the new cornerback, O-line, D-tackle, and more. We definitely have a big chance. Besides, the Cardinals can't be that good, I hope. They just got a good shot in the arm with the DeAndre Hopkins running down. They have nightmares of that dude blazing down the field. He's wreaked havoc before when he was with the Texans. We only had to face him once every few years. Now we're going to have to face him twice a year. IKEA Country, DK Metcalf's second season progression. Well, we'll see when he gets to the second season. He had a great rookie campaign, and it was great. I don't see any reason why he's just going to continue to get better. I mean, the guy's strong, he's fast, he can jump. He's just, every year is going to have more experience on where he can learn to be a better NFL receiver and use every aspect of his tools to his advantage, which he has a plethora of them. So I think he's going to be great. But of course, the league will be. The league's on notice. They know what he's all about, so he's going to have to work that much harder when people are going to be out to stop him. All right, I'm going to wrap things up right here. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I end up talking about a lot more stuff than just Gronkowski and Brady. David Tarr, thank you for the super chat. Teeter McBusiness says Bucks with Brady and Gronk win Super Bowl 55. Bucks with Brady and Gronk. Well, I'm sure a lot of people are hedging some bets here, thinking that could be, could be something. It was already potentially a step up with Brady coming in there, but add Gronk, could be tough. Could be tough. Dieter McBusiness. I haven't talked to Dieter in a while. We got to do some more collabs again in this off season here, man. Alec Vega, OMG, I'm super excited. Bucks Nation, baby, super fan. Alec Vega, the Bucks fan. Alrighty, it's been a while, bro. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. It has been a few months since last we chit-chatted. I'm curious to see. Anthony C. Plethora, look at NorbCam with the big words. That's right, I have quite the diverse vocabulary. I'm a linguistically challenged entrepreneur. That made no sense whatsoever. You'll be streaming your draft reaction, Norb. Yes, that is the plan. Live streaming the draft. Yes, that is the plan. I have a plethora of plans, which I plan to execute to the maximum efficiency of this event of humanity known as the draft. Oh, vocab, Norm. Meanwhile, I'm failing English class. Sorry, man. That's unfortunate. Just got to study. I'll read up. Read no books. Why isn't the schedule released yet? Schedule doesn't normally come out till, what is it, June, I think? It's definitely after the draft. I think it's early summer-ish time. Patience, my young Jedi. Gabriel Crepel, say hello to Brazil. Hello, Brazil! ¿Cómo está? I'm not sure what language you speak there. It's not Spanish. I think it's something different. Alrighty, guys. It's time to wrap this show up. I want to thank you again. It's been fun. Tomorrow's a busy day. Draft analysis, mock draft in the evening. And then, of course, Thursday, the fun begins. So come join me again tomorrow. And, of course, do all that stuff that helps me on my channel. Like this video. Comment. Hit the sub button, which is like right there. And then the notification bell. That would be awesome. All right. We'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great day tomorrow. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. All right. Later, guys. Go Hawks.